Hi, everybody. Happy Aloha Friday. Woo! Doesn't this sound nice? Or at least it does for me. Nice to hear the music of Waikiki.
Oahu, my lovely island home. No matter where I roam, I promise I'll come back.
Hi to White Manalo. Thank you very much for listening to the show. Got you some comfort as we work our way towards the top of the hour. Happy Aloha Friday. Hi, Carly. Hi, Lars. Hey, you guys. Thank you very much for joining us, being here. Happy Aloha Friday. And for everybody that's going on a plane somewhere, that's for you. It's almost in key. Hey, there we go. That looks a little bit better. Hi, I'm your captain. That should be enough to scare anybody. Happy Aloha Friday. Sit back, relax. We'll let you know you can unbuckle your seatbelt. But for now, here we go. We'll get you started. Thank you very much. Oh, Florida, thank you very much. Thank you for being on. I see the comments coming. Keep the comments coming. Hello. As you're making your way into the room for today's broadcast. Happy Aloha Friday.
Wind's gonna blow, so I'm gonna go down on the road again. Starting where the mountains left me, I end up where I began. Where I will go, the wind only knows. Good times around the bend. Get in my car, going too far, never coming back again. Tired and worn, I woke up this morning, found that I was confused. Spun right around. Found I had lost the things that I couldn't lose. The beaches they sell to build their hotels, my father's and I was new. The birds all along, the sunlight at dawn, singing Waimanalo Blue.
Hi, everybody. Oh, see you guys in the room. Thank you. Hi, cousin. How are you? Thank you for being here. Hey, portions of today's show have been pre-recorded for use in this time zone. Just saying. Okay. Hi, everybody who's on Hawaii News Now's Facebook page. Thank you for joining us. Coming up here at the top of the hour in just about a minute and a half.
Mountains so old, far on the countryside. Birds on the wings, forgetting it while, so I'm headed for the windward side. In all of your dreams, sometimes it just seems that I'm just along for the ride. Some they will cry because they have pride, but someone who's loved here died.
About a minute away from broadcast. Good afternoon. Hi, Jenny. Hi, Ku'u. How are you?
Beaches they sell to build their hotels, my father's and I was new. The birds all along, the sunlight at dawn, singing Waimanalo Blue. Singing Waimanalo Blue. Singing Waimanalo Blue. Singing Waimanalo Blue.
Oh. Okay, you can let your seatbelts go now.
Aloha, we are in Nahoa and I'm Ikaika.
I'm Hale.
And I'm Keone, and we have a message for all of you. Honi ka ua wiki wiki. But first, get your vaccination.
Aloha Friday, and not a moment too soon. Hi, everybody. Good to be here. Happy Aloha Friday. Weekend is here. Let me turn that down a little bit. Want to say hello to the crew. The crew is not with me today, and they are moderating from off-site. So, hi, Jazz. By the way, Jazz was playing music down at Indochine 1938 last week. She's the moderator. So, everybody say hi to Jaslyn. Good job, by the way, sister. Nice. Welcome to the show. Makana, Hawaii recording artist, slot key guitar. He's been taught by masters. He is extraordinary on the slot key guitar. We'll talk story about him with him coming up in just a little bit, and he's got amazing stories. As always here on the show, if you get the chance to, if you're over on the YouTube side, make sure that you're hitting that subscribe button and also hitting the share button over on the Facebook page side. We appreciate that very much. And also hello to those of you on Hawaii News Now's Facebook page. Thank you very much for watching. Just a reminder that if you've got questions for us, you can always throw two question marks and then the question. So that way it lets our moderators, we see it a lot better and we don't miss anything. So once again, if you've got questions for us, we've got answers. And we got a lot today. We've also got entertainment news coming up for you in a couple of moments. We are continuing in our final ballot nominees for this year's Nahoku Hanohano Awards coming up next month. And that will feature the final ballot nominees. We're going one at a time, one per show, for music video of the Okay, here we go. Let's go take that LiveLOOK Outside. There it is. Okay, no, but it's not moving. Why is it not moving? That should be moving. That's video. Okay, let's try to get Waikiki in here. Oh no, it's stuck. Really? It wasn't stuck just a moment ago. Wait, let's go back from me. Now let's go back over to the outside and see if it still works. Maybe it's just a little bit slow today. Okay, so that's what the North Shore looks like. It's nice. There's a little bit of clouds in town, and it's not allowing us to see right now. Let me just try one more thing here and see if it improves with a little bit more bandwidth. La 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 la. Okay, I have a feeling it's not going to help. Oh no, there it is. Yes, live video. Nothing like it. Okay, so there's live video for you. And let's go ahead and go from that live video. Let's go to the North Shore and see if it does. No. Yes, that's live. Okay, there you go. Live North Shore. Go bring it back. Let's go out to Waikiki. There we go. Okay, so we've got some blue skies, got some clouds, a little bit of a mixture of everything. The winds are light. Going to be small, kind of humid this weekend. That is your look outside on this Aloha. Phew, glad we got the camera issue fixed. Okay, here we go. Hey, want to say hello to Henry Kapono and his whole entire crew. As a matter of fact, these are pictures. Mahalo to Courtney Metzger for taking these for us. Official photographer for Billy V Live. And we'll go ahead and shuttle through some of these pictures real quickly. Naleo Pilimehana on stage. Naleo Pilimehana is Hawaii's most successful female group in the history of Hawaiian music. Over on the other side in the bright orange, that's Anna V, Hawaii recording artist. Last time that we really talked about her a lot was that she had a new music video, and before that, she was singing on stage. She got called up by Janet Jackson onto the stage to come up and sing. Let's go through some of the other pictures that we do have here. Keola Beamer and Moanalani, his wife, on stage, along with the Home in the Islands band. There's Naleo singing with Henry Kapono, and that's Ben Vegas on the guitar closest to us. It was really a star-studded affair. That's my partner, Mele Apana, my radio partner, and the group Kapena there, enjoying. By the way, the redhead in the center, Kelly Boy's grandson, drummer for Kapena. That is amazing. Kimie Minor, Amy Hanaiali'i in leather, along with Henry Kapono on stage. Look at this. Henry over on the right-hand side, Then with the bandana on his head, that's Robert Casimiro. Ledward Ka'apana with Wapale on his head. And then, of course, on the left-hand side, that would be Jerry Santos. And the far left would be Jerome Coco from the Makaha Sons. And you can see that's Kimo Kahawano and myself at the very, very end of that picture. There's the Makaha Sons, along with Naleo Pilimehana over on the red carpet down below the stage. Henry Kapono and me on the backstage signing posters. Kimie Minor, that's Guy Hoggy and Mrs. Hoggy, Kim Janala, there right in front of me. That's Shannon Scott in the bright red. That's Ben Vegas, and that behind is what Guy Hoggy looks like when he wants to jump into some of the pictures. So there you go. This guy, you look wonderful. Pictures from Henry Kapono's concert this past weekend. Let's talk about Maoli right now. And Maoli is one of the most successful groups right now, reggae music. But it's more than that. He plays, Glenn Wong is so multi-genre. He can just play a wide range of music because some of the hits he's had already has said R&B, country, constantly playing music. You got to go to follow him on his Facebook page. They sold out the MAC on the island of Maui. And the reason why we're mentioning them here too is because they are the first local-based band to sell out the Blaisdell Arena. So they've got one show that's coming up this weekend that is sold out. These are, once again, pictures that you're seeing over on the island of Maui. And as we scroll through them, just an awesome show on Maui. So Oahu, get ready because you're going to be singing and dancing. He's up there with Micah G and Fiji, who some of them call the grandfather of contemporary Hawaiian music, more reggae music there in the 1990s. And so those are some of the pictures from the MAC and Maoli. Once again, they will be here on Oahu this weekend. So show number 1 sold out. Show number 2 was like seats away from being sold out. So very successful for them. Congratulations. That's out at Waimea Valley. Waimea Valley Summer Concert Series goes on. Meleapana is out there this coming Saturday. So if you get a chance, go out and check out Meleapana over there at Waimea Valley. They're always dancing or watching. You can see the crowds of people there. First one is coming up, and they've got other ones that are coming up in August, July, and August. This is the one for June coming up this coming Saturday. Nice dancing out there at Waimea Valley. Let's talk about Magnum PI for a couple of moments. Magnum PI got canceled by CBS. CBS is the ones that show it on TV, or at least they did. And then Universal were the producers of the show. So what has happened now is that CBS, most of their stuff is done in-house. It's usually a CBS Studios production. You see that on a lot of their shows that they do in-house, so they don't have to pay the extra fee. So they says, no, okay, we're going to cancel it. Well, we are crossing our fingers that NBC is going to be picking it up. There has been a lot of support from both the acting community or the, the active television community that's like behind the scenes and the actors. And when this story first broke, I says, well, Universal's part of NBC. I don't know why NBC doesn't pick it up. We're hoping to hear something coming up this week or in the next 2 weeks here about Magnum PI. But things are looking very good. We're hearing positive things. There has been petitions after petitions, and there has been signage that has popped up on Broadway, New York City, Times Square, companies that have just paid for to advertise their support for Magnum PI. So we're hopeful because they were drawing in millions and millions of viewers every week until they got canceled. Nothing to do with ratings, nothing to do with the personalities or the talents in front of the camera. It all boils down to money in the background. So fingers crossed that will come up. The other show that is on, NCIS Hawaii. We have heard And this is usually around the time of the year that they start production for start on television in September. You know, they need that lead time. So NCIS Hawaii, we are looking, make sure that you're watching Sunrise, because the blessing we're hearing could be in this next week or the week after. Once again, there's a lot of rumor and a lot of talk because a lot of the people that are associated with the show are now in Hawaii, and we are hearing that the first day of filming, they do the blessing, then they roll right into the first day of filming. And it's going to be in the morning during sunrise. Hopefully, we'll be able to bring that to you. We'll keep on top of that for you. Once again, we're thinking in somewhere in this next 2 weeks, because that's usually the time frame where a lot of the shows start ramping up. And of course, part of that right now iconic NCIS family and all of their shows are doing well. All right, so, you know, we've been talking about Hawaii entertainer Makana, and we've had him on the show a couple of times before. But we talk about a brand new release.
I love it out here with the water's clear. Catch another wave and free your mind.
Brazil has the bossa nova, Spain has the flamenco, Hawaii has kiho'alu, or slack key guitar.
Aloha. How's it?
It doesn't get any better than that. Yeah. Makana is here in studio, Hawaii recording artist. That just takes this into different areas in the stratosphere. So thank you for being with us.
It's good to see you, my brother.
It's been wonderful because, well, it's been a long time. I started the live stream 2 years ago, and you were one of my first guests.
Those 2 years are a black hole for many people.
And then you released the album with a whole bunch of just wonderful music that was just like a soundtrack.
Oh, yeah, that's
With
right.
Waikiki in it. And
That was called a Hawaii interlude. I forgot about that.
yes, that was a wonderful. I still use that when I go to places and play music and stuff like that.
Awesome.
So. Welcome to the show. You've got new music and you are playing live where people can see you and say hello. And so that's wonderful.
Yeah, this new album that I just released, it's called Pūlama, Legacies of Hawaii. And this is one of those albums that harkens back to my roots. I would say the closest thing I've done, because people ask me, how many albums have you done? I have no idea at this point. But in 2003, I did a traditional slack key album called Kiho'alu, Journey of Hawaiian Slack Key.
Remember?
Where I honored a lot of the masters that came before me, and I also showcased my own emerging style. In this album, it's kind of like Kiho'alu too. It's honoring all of these heroes of mine that influenced me, from George Helm to Dennis Kamakahi to Gabby to Sonny, Uncle Raymond, Led Ka'apana, all these different musicians, the Casimeros, Peter Moon. But also it's very dear to my heart because it's in the Legacies of Hawaii. It's also honoring the legacy of my parents who both passed away during the pandemic. So this is a profound expression of love, this album is. And the whole album was recorded in one session without any edits, no overdubs. It's totally opposite of the record that you were talking about. That one was a very fancy
Professional.
record.
It was just, there was everything from strings to just different genre.
Beats and all these things. This record is totally honest. It's just the kika and the ukulele and my voice. Nothing else. No edits, nothing. So it's just totally from the heart. It's available as a download on the website, makanamusic.com, and then on all the streaming platforms.
So once again, that's Makana, and he's talking about the brand new release that he has out. It's called Pūlama, Legacies of Hawaii. But we also talk story with him about some of the stories, especially about his guitar that has happened. This has happened just within the last couple of weeks.
This is a crazy story, but I realized, let me tie into what happened 2 weeks ago. Coming back from my tour toward the mainland, an incredible tour. Haven't toured in 3 years. Open the guitar case. My treasured guitar, you remember, that was from Uncle Sonny, stolen, missing for 12 years, got it back. We did a whole story. Crushed. Totally crushed. So I'm looking at this and I'm like in tears, you know, like this is my best friend. Process. Had to do 6 shows in 4 days on Kauai that weekend. Had to do Molokai, do all these things, and playing with this backup guitar. Realizing that I've been hiding behind the guitar my whole career. You know, this is a profound thing. You know, we look at artists as these icons, you know, and they just pump out music. But artists are I think our real job is to be as human as possible. Yeah. And so we just happen to do it on a stage. And so for me, this process, and for my fans, letting them know that, like, wow, closing a chapter, but it's opening a very special new chapter with my Leo. So this record is the beginning of that. And where I'm going next, nobody can tell.
Wow. That's deep. So how do you feel after these experiences, and how do you feel now after having done this work on, you're always working on the guitar,
Aye.
but now you've worked on voice, you've developed a deeper understanding in yourself.
I have. It's been profound. You know, like I said, with my parents passing away, and really so many people, you know, we just played Bobby Madero's mom's services, and a year ago, his father too. Grief has become part of my journey deeply. And what I tell people is, in the way I see the world, grief is the root of joy. If you can allow yourself to grieve, you can truly experience joy. But if you truncate that grief, you try to deny it, or just, we get busy in our lives. We do so much stuff, and it kind of like time moves on, and then you just kind of put those feelings away. A'ole. Then you cannot feel all that Akua is trying to give you. So for me, this journey is really about that umeke is growing bigger and bigger. Like on the dark side, there's the grief, and then there's the joy. And that's in the music. You will hear this in the music.
He also talked about, you know, and it's a half-hour interview, the full interview. And he's just got story after story. So if you get a chance to, after we're done here, go over to the YouTube page. If you're on YouTube page, then you're already in the neighborhood. But go to youtube.com/BillyV, and you will see the video of the interview. And it's half-hour long of just wonderful stories. And he does share one more story about the beginnings of Makana in getting into Slack Key.
I'm doing a Mother's Day show. And again, my mom passed away, you know, late 2019, right at the beginning of the pandemic. So I'm doing this show, Mother's Day. I'm really emotional. All these people brought their moms, and I get on stage. I did a sound check. It was so beautiful. I'm so...
Hang on for a second. This is a different story, but it's still a good story. This is about Mother's Day. And you know what? We will save that other story that I told you about. You can go watch it on the YouTube. But once again, this is a story here about a Mother's Day show that he did. And it sounds like this story goes south. It's like, okay, where are you going with this story? You did what with the audience?
I'm doing a Mother's Day show. And again, my mom passed away, you know, late 2019, right at the beginning of the pandemic. So I'm doing this show Mother's Day. I'm really emotional. All these people brought their moms, and I get on stage. I did a sound check. It was so beautiful. I'm so excited. This venue in California sounds epic. You know when the sound is good, you get really excited to play.
Right.
Okay, start playing, and the sound is totally messed up. Like the guy went change everything. It's just like I can't even hear myself. So I went right to Haina, and if the musician goes straight to Haina, get a problem. Man.
Right. Yes.
So I go straight to Haina. I called a guy out right on stage. I never did this in my whole career. I said, "What, brah? What? Where you stay, brah? You let me come out there scrap you right now, brah? What? Brah, you would mess up my show, brah. Brah, right in front of the audience, brah. I just lost it. Never in my 30 years of performing." Okay, so I move on. Kind of energy is kind of like, it's kind of tense, So about 4 songs later, I have an epiphany. You know what, everyone? I gotta apologize. Ikalamai, that was unprofessional. I'm so sorry, Mr. Sound Guy. That was uncalled for. And I realized I was channeling my mom. If Billy remembers, my mom, who was Miss Waikiki, Miss Hawaii International,
Yes.
She was a performer, right? And she was the ultimate stage mom. And God bless her. I wouldn't be here without her.
Exactly.
I love her. And this album is dedicated to her. But that was my mom. She would come on stage with her Zoloft and her champagne and just, grab the mic and just say any kind. And so at that point, what happened was so transformational because I told the audience, I said, you guys came here for Mother's Day show. You think that was going to be this whole, no, we're keeping it real. Like we wouldn't be here without moms, but it's complicated. And by the end of the show, the whole place was crying. Like we were all crying. It was so transformational. And so that's what I'm talking about is when you go on stage, yeah, you have a plan. You have a loose structure. You want to share certain things. But true performers, and this is something that from my generation and the generations before is we didn't grow up on YouTube. We grew up in front of people playing Dukes, since I was 15.
Right.
Pier Bar, Aloha Tower since I was 14. Roy since I was 12. And so that's the art form for me is going up and being transparent with the audience.
And he does that so well. So if you get a chance, go listen to the full interview. And there's actually 2 ways to do it now. So we've got the Billy V interviews on YouTube. If you go to the YouTube page, the first line is Billy V Live. It's a replay of the show. And the second line is Billy V interviews. So a lot of the interviews that you hear me doing here, you can hear the full interview. But maybe you can't sit in front of the video screen, the computer, the laptop for half an hour just because you're busy. Well, starting this week, Hawaii News Now, we're putting all the interviews online as a podcast as well. So you can take those interviews and just listen to any time you want to. So just some of the new stuff. Makana, mahalo for being with us on the show, sharing your stories. Go check out the rest of the stories and interview, once again, on the YouTube page. That's youtube.com/BillyV. Brand new release. Once again, June 30th is the concert. The release is out now. We only have a few weekend events here that we're going to go through. Today's show is a little bit shortened, a little bit shorter than usual, so ikalamai. But here's something that is not shortened. We want to make sure that we're mentioning this just because we're watching the numbers. Eva Sweet Festival is over at Loon Farms. They got live local entertainment, and they got booster shots and vaccines. So that's going to be tomorrow and Sunday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Go over there. Go get your shots. Enjoy fun with the entire Ohana live local entertainment. Once again, that's over at Loon Farms. Keep your family safe and have fun. Same time, and it's outdoors. Okay, I'm putting this one up here at Bayview. This is Hoku Zudomeister. Hoku's always on stage with these from 7 to 9 p.m. and he's always on Instagram Live. So we always talk about the ones that are coming up, the shows that are coming up. Like if we do Friday, I'll talk about Saturday, Sunday, maybe Monday, Tuesday. But Thursday was like yesterday, so we never mentioned. So Hoku, I wanted to make sure that I mentioned about you and where they can find you or they can watch you live. The Healer Stones of Kapai Mohu. These are the ones that are down in Waikiki. Find out the stories behind them. There is tremendous story, history, and you can find out more information. And you can find out more information, Bishop Museum. Okay? Go ahead, and when you go over there to see this exhibit, you can go ahead and see the rest of Bishop Museum as well. So go check it out. Once again, the Healer Stones of Kapaimahu, and hello to Kumuhina. Saw her, was out there to support at Bishop Museum this past weekend when they had a showing of the movie that's connected with the exhibit. Or the exhibit, because they're connected with the movie that's going around. Anyway, both of them there for your enjoyment. Sold out. This was actually should have been in headline news because this was last weekend. J-Boog sold out down at Aloha Tire Marketplace, and they had to stop selling tickets because there was such a crowd there. So congratulations. Penny Dean and Shantae were there, and that was this past weekend, this past Saturday night. So 2 wonderful music events. Of course, we were at Waikiki Shell. This one was happening over at Aloha Tower. Okay, that's going to do it for our shortened version. Look at this. We're at about half an hour, which is actually where we actually usually want to be on these shows. As the months go by here, we're making it so it's more of a half hour because, you know, sometimes it stretches into 45 minutes and it's been like, whoo! So we're looking for half-hour shows. But that means I got to get the information out to you faster. And always know that whenever we have our interviews on, a majority of them, the full interview is always on the YouTube side. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, everybody. And mahalo to Jazz for moderating today. Portions of today's show were pre-recorded for use in this time zone. With that, we're going to leave you with one more music video and one more item for you. This is music video that is from the Nahoku Hanahana Awards. Final ballot nominees for this year, and this is music video of the year. This one is from The Green. Enjoy, and I will see you next Friday. We're here at 3 o'clock in the afternoons. Don't forget, share if you're over on the Facebook side, subscribe on the YouTube side, and spread the word. Thank you for joining us, and thank you, everybody, for being in the chat today. We're kind of short here. I know, usually I'm not taking as long as I'd like to, but I have to be somewhere. So that's the other reason for the shortened show. Malamopono aloha ahui ho. Everybody have a wonderful weekend. Keep the comments coming during the music video. The Green, roll. Oh, you're not there now. Okay. Maybe we won't have No. You know what? If you give me a couple of moments, I know that I can pull that up for you. Because I know that it's located on another volume, on another computer, which is downstairs. And I just have to figure out which... Oh, I know where it is. I know exactly where it is. Okay, so let's try this. Music videos. There we go. Final ballot nominees for music video of the year. And we take Young Man from The Green and we put it right here. See you next week.
I'm a young man traveling, but I don't know where I'm going. All that I know is I am looking for love. I know it's hard just to get there, but I'll make it there, I swear it. 'Cause where I am heading, there will surely be love. I know it's only one in a million chances that we're given, but I know that one day I will surely be found, living life on the bottle and a hand on the needle. Planting a seed will be harder for now. I said planting a seed will be harder for now. You see, I'm on a mission, but I'm lost out in the open. But I know that one day I will surely be found. The days are getting harder and the nights are getting colder, and the stars are aligning. Tell me, what have you found? I know it's only one in a million chances that we're given, but I know that one day I will surely be found, living life on the bottle and a hand on the needle, planting the seed will be harder for now. I said planting a seed will be harder for now. I know it's only one in a million, but I